All right, great to be with you on your Saturday, everyone. 48 First Alert Meteorologist Eric Burke. Hope you're having a good start to your weekend. Appreciate you joining us for this quick weather extra. What we're tracking, a lot of you actually just dry. The heat index in the upper 90s to lower 100s, unless you're in parts of Franklin County, southern Lawrence County, and eventually here in probably the next 30 minutes or so into parts of Coleman County. We'll be tracking some pretty decent clusters of rainfall, and actually that storm right now in parts of Franklin County moving right over you in Phil Campbell basically. Might see some 30 to 40 mile per hour winds. Now these aren't necessarily severe winds, but look what happened parts of the day yesterday with those afternoon storms. I know even in my neighborhood there were some tree branches down with those storms that popped up for your Friday afternoon. So it looks like we have some kind of a boundary kind of oriented from northeast to southwest, and that's that continued axis that we'll continue to see these showers and storms fire up as we go through the rest of your Saturday. Just a lot of this has to do with our daytime heating, and we have had, each day kind of a boundary move through. That tends to be the trigger for the rain showers and storms that we're dealing with. So lightning counter right now, it's around 20 strikes, and it's all associated with that storm that's right now in far southeastern Franklin County, moving into parts of southwest Lawrence County. So Phil Campbell getting a good soaking rainfall right now. This is just south of you in Russellville, although the south side of town and maybe the east side of town seeing some showers. Out toward Red Bay, maybe Vina, Hodges, some showers in the area. Now, this will at least probably knock down your temperatures a little bit, and it is hot out there. Didn't do a whole lot today before I came into work. It just didn't really have the motivation to go out and sweat in the yard for a bit. But into Marion and then now Winston County, right over the Double Springs area, heading toward Jones Chapel, as well as Crane Hill there in western Coleman County. So this is heading your way again. Just that part that's in southeast Franklin County moving into southwest Lawrence County, that's probably where we have those 30+ mile per hour winds. So maybe some trees coming down across the area. I doubt it, but we have seen a lot of rainfall lately too. So those tree roots a little looser in the soil. But here we go. Here's Decatur right now as we look the Tennessee River. Hello, everyone that is saying hello. Donna, we got Skonba, hello. I called you by your last name, but appreciate you guys joining us here on this Saturday. Mostly sunny, maybe partly cloudy out there in the River City. A lot of boats out on the water. Great way to break the heat. Temperature right now at Pryor Field in Decatur, 90 degrees. Have seen a lot of boats out on Gunnersville, and I don't blame you. Kind of jealous if you're out there right now. Get a nice breeze when you're out on the speedboat or the fishing boat, but most of us are quiet. Look at our heat index right now. It feels like 100 in Giles County, Pulaski, 98 in Fayetteville, 98 is what it feels like in Athens. Look at Huntsville right now. The airport feels like 102 degrees, 99 in Albertville, and we've got 97 in Moulton, 99 right now out in the Shoals. And this just has to do with our temperatures in the upper 80s, low 90s, and a dew point in the low to mid 70s. Just that humid, soupy, kind of that deep tropical moisture that we've been dealing with. And unfortunately, I don't see any relief from the humidity coming anytime soon. At least we've got a breeze. That always helps on a hot, humid day like today. Wind out of the west right now about 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 miles per hour. So there is a breeze. And I mentioned that deep tropical moisture, and it's all just coming up from the Gulf. Widespread showers and storms from Texas through Oklahoma into parts of Kansas and across the southeast. A lot of us having to deal with rain and storms. Our activity is fairly isolated there across the area. Dropped from 94 to 74 in 30 minutes. Good for you, Donna. That's the only benefit of these summertime showers and storms. Helps you break the heat a little bit too. All right, if you're out on the patio this evening, keep an eye on the 48 weather app as we will be tracking a few storms, but really just a hot, humid evening. Even come 8 o'clock, temperature still there in the low to mid 80s. So the next couple of days, no different. Same, more of the same, MOTS, more of the same. That's the abbreviation that we use. But 93 tomorrow will feel like 100 degrees. We are expecting isolated to scattered showers and storms popping up through the afternoon into the evening. For your Monday, things look to be scattered in nature. Now, it does look like we see some drier days coming next week. Not necessarily cooler days, but drier days Tuesday and Wednesday. I think we're just going with isolated showers and storms, about 20, 30%. And then there's some uncertainty in the forecast regarding what's going to happen in the Gulf of Mexico. National Hurricane Center keeping their eye on things there. Here's your heat index for tomorrow, your Sunday. It will feel like upper 90s to lower 100s. Again, hot, humid day, and that humidity, you'll feel that starting right there in the morning. Showers and storms should be pretty isolated to widely scattered, similar to what we're expecting today. Kind of depends on where that afternoon boundary starts to set up. Usually these storms form along that boundary, or even the gust front associated from other storms, and you see those storms bubbling up. So the rest of your Saturday evening, things should quiet down after sunset. There's a chance some of you maybe see a little passing shower this evening or even overnight. And then we go into tomorrow, starting off with mainly sunny skies, temperatures there in the mid-70s, very humid start to the day, couple passing clouds through the afternoon, mostly sunny, partly cloudy, heat index around 100. Looks like we've got these isolated to scattered showers showing up here on future radar, but that's just basically what your Sunday is going to look like, a repeat of what we had today. And then we go into Monday of next work week, maybe starting off with some showers or leftover storms as early as that Monday morning commute. Another hot, humid day. I think we'll see more coverage of the rain and storms developing through your Monday afternoon, evening hours. Should wrap up around the evening commute, sunset, and it almost looks like we stay entirely dry. Almost looks like we stay entirely dry as we go through your Tuesday. That will be a really hot day there. Temperatures and the heat index around 100. So for tonight, small chance of seeing an isolated shower or storm lingering with us through the evening, potentially into the overnight hours. We are expecting areas of patchy but dense fog by daybreak on Sunday. Morning lows dropping into the low to mid 70s, so fog shouldn't be widespread. If you see rainfall through the rest of the day, probably more likely, but it's the clear skies, calm conditions that we've got, perfect for that fog development. Through your Sunday, temps warming up into the low to mid 90s, heat index around 100, expecting more scattered showers and storms. And we get to your extended forecast here. Basically, and what we're looking at, stretch of 90-degree weather. Average high this time of year is up to 92 now, so this isn't uncommon for this time in July. Isolated storms Tuesday, Wednesday, so those days will still bring some pop-up downpours and storms, but not as much coverage maybe as what we've necessarily seen over the past week. And then by the end of the week, some questions regarding that center low pressure forming in the Gulf there, and whether or not that's actually going to increase our rain and storm chances for the end of the week. So certainly something we're watching closely here. Again, hope you're having a great weekend. If you've got outside plans tomorrow, just keep an eye on the radar on your 48 weather app, and might see some delays or interruptions to those outside plans. But nothing special in the forecast, just kind of the usual here as we head through this time of summer. So newscast starts at 5:30. I hope you join us then. 5 o'clock, not 5:30, 5 o'clock. The newscast is, as well as 6, and then I'll be on at 10. So thanks for your time. Thanks for joining us for Weather Extra. Really appreciate you. Hope you're having a great weekend. And I believe meteorologist Jeff Denoyer, he's in tomorrow morning. He'll have your Weather Extra around 8:15 and 8:30. So see you. Thanks for your time.